Hi everyone, in this video we're going to cover 6.2 exponential functions and graphs. So let's start by looking at what a basic exponential graph looks like. It starts at a y-intercept of 0, 1, and the second point would be 1 comma b. B is your rate, okay? It can be any number, but usually that's a great way to start your graph, okay? Let's go ahead and start looking at what these graphs are going to look like. Okay, so if I'm interested in graphing 2 to the x plus 1, I can go ahead and plot those points. Let's see, 0 will be 2, and then 3, 5, 9, okay? And then if we plug in negative numbers, they're going to get much, much smaller. So I'm going to skip those for now. So at 0, 2 is my first point, 3, 2, 5, and the next one's not really quite graphable. And you'll notice that I'm going to start approaching my horizontal asymptote of 1. Okay, all of these numbers will end up being close to 1, but greater than 1. Okay. Then we have 2 to the x plus 1. That's going to yield 2, 4, 8, 1, and 1/2. Okay, so you'll notice that we ended up moving to the left. Okay, let me go ahead and draw the parent function so you can really see that. So here's the original. I'll do that on the other one as well, actually. Let me go back to graphing this. So now we're at 0, 2, and we are at 1, 4, and negative 1, 1, and negative 2, 1/2. So notice that all we've done is shift to the left by a unit. On the next page, we're going to find that we reflect. Let me go ahead and draw my parent function. My reflection will show that all of my y values are simply going to be negative. Okay, so that means I'm going to be here and here and here and here and here. Okay, horizontal asymptote is still at 0. Nothing has changed there. And then for this next one, we're going to find that we are stretching the function. So it's going to elongate. If I multiply my function by 3, my value will be 3, 6, and 12, whereas negative 1 will be 1.5 and 0.75. Okay. So 0, 3, 1, 6, negative 1, 1.5, negative 2.75. You see the idea. It's going to kind of stretch out and elongate. All right, that leads us to this table where we can draw all of our transformations and kind of show how each one worked. So for the next moment here, I'm going to go ahead and draw all of my parent functions so that I have them conveniently drawn out. So 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, 4, Okay. You'll notice that these are labeled as vertical shifts, so everything is simply moving up or down a unit, including your vertical asymptote. So if my function is moving upward, my my horizontal asymptote will move with it. So here is my function in blue compared to my original function in yellow with my asymptote on the axis. Okay. This is very important. Okay, you always move the asymptote with it when you have a vertical change. Okay, with the exponent of +1 and -1, you are shifting horizontally. So I'm going to move left a unit, and then I'm going to move right a unit. Okay. In this case, my asymptote does not change. It stays the same. Okay. Then we have stretching and compressions. Okay. So multiplying by 3, we saw earlier, really elongated the function. If we do the other one, which is going to be 1/3, you'll notice that it really compresses the function. It's a lot easier to see when you have the original graphed. So we'll go ahead and do that again. So that one started at 3, and then the next one I believe went up to 6. And then let's see, -1 was 1.5, and then 0.75 if I remember correctly. So that was stretching it, where with 1/3, what ends up happening is we end up starting at a smaller value and slowly increasing. 2 will be 2.5, and so on. So we're increasing, but a little bit more slowly. Those are going to be stretches and compressions. Stretch on the left, compression on the right. Finally, we have reflections. We can reflect over the x-axis and we can reflect over the y-axis. These reflect over the x-axis. Asymptote does not change. Okay. This one reflects over the y-axis. Again, asymptote does not change. Okay. So reflecting here versus reflecting here. So this is for the x-axis. This is over the y-axis. On the very last page, it does kind of give you a breakdown of all that information. I won't really go into it in detail, but it is there for you.